Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are taking a seriously wild, high-speed ride into the absolute bleeding edge of generative AI. If you've been trying to keep up with the latest advancements in digital storytelling, you already know things are moving at light speed. But today, we're unpacking a showcase that basically rewrites the rulebook. We are going to look really closely at this mind-bending recent showcase of Seedance 2.5. We'll be pulling directly from a recent highlight reel, specifically a showcase transcript from Dom the AI tutor, to figure out exactly why Seedance 2.5 matters so much right now, and why it's turning heads everywhere across the tech world. So strap in, because this gets fascinating incredibly fast.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The very first thing Seedance 2.5 does is drop us straight into the middle of the action. There's no boring exposition dump, no slow warm-up. Just boom, intense in media res cinematic dialogue. You stand guilty of treason against the crown. The stakes are literally life and death from the very first frame. It hooks you immediately, establishing authority, intense conflict, and a highly specific tone without wasting a single syllable. This is high-level narrative pacing right out of the gate.
Section title: The Seedance 2.5 Reveal, Chaos and Capability. Let's start with Scene 1, Royal Treason. Now, when you read through the full transcript from this showcase, it honestly feels a bit chaotic at first, just bouncing rapidly between these totally distinct cinematic universes. But to really understand the power of this engine, we have to deconstruct the very first of those worlds. This brilliantly illustrates Seedance's capacity for gritty, high fantasy world building. We get mysterious lore with a phrase like Harry never falls, which implies these deep past battles and legends. We get a dark philosophical conflict about a world that already chose its fate. We've got major political stakes with treason against the crown. And then the inciting incident, this desperate claim to the old right of trial by combat, pitting a massive champion against an extreme underdog, a girl half his size. In just a handful of generated sentences, the AI establishes a complete, highly compelling framework. For an AI to not just blindly copy these tropes, but actively use them to drive dramatic pacing without losing the plot, that is a massive leap forward from where this tech was just a few months ago. And right inside that world, it gives us these truly striking character moments. Take this line from Champion Vaughn. "Granted majesty, it has been an age since a sentence gave me such sport." This specific piece of dialogue creates instant tension. It immediately gives Vaughn this incredible character depth. He isn't just some mindless brute. He's arrogant, he's clearly bored by ordinary executions, and he views this deadly trial by combat as a literal game. The AI isn't just generating words here. It is generating subtext and personality. Let's move along and see how this builds. Scene 2, Career Otter.
Think about this stark narrative juxtaposition for a second. We go straight from a dark, intense medieval trial by combat directly into a completely different universe featuring a career company, an otter, and something called the Flower Core. This visually proves Seedance 2.5's massive range and its incredibly strict adherence to whatever wild prompt it gets fed. It never gets stuck in one style, it effortlessly pivots from grimdark fantasy to whimsical, chaotic, anthropomorphic action, and it does it without missing a single beat.
Let's actually break down the environmental details of this otter sequence, because it really showcases some complex, layered action. Our protagonist, simply named Otter, is on his first day at the career company. And it is an incredibly stressful first day because, as the transcript tells us, the entire city is torn to pieces. Amidst all this destruction, we have these contrasting elements like flowers and bugs, plus a frantic talking companion with feathers who specifically demands that Otter not puke on my feathers. It's chaotic, sure, but it's highly imaginative and incredibly detailed, proving the AI can easily juggle dynamic environments packed with moving parts. But it's not just visual chaos for the sake of it. Let's walk through the actual mission parameters given to our career otter. Step 1, deliver what's inside the case to the Flower Core. Step 2, if successful, the massive citywide disaster ends. Step 3, the complication. The case contains a tiny seed, and anyone, literally anyone, who opens it, dies. This is a crucial detail to focus on right here. It shows how the AI handles structured, multi-step narrative logic. Historically, AI struggles immensely with things like object permanence and consequence logic across the scene. But here, it's not just stringing cool-sounding words together. It's creating a strictly defined objective with a clear, lethal consequence that persists through the narrative.
And yet, right in the middle of this high-stakes, city-destroying lethal seed scenario, Seedance hits us with this line from the otter. "Oh, I've been afraid of bugs since I was little, and I'm afraid of heights too."
Notice how brilliantly this injects a brief moment of humor. It gives the otter this highly neurotic, deeply relatable personality right when the disaster is at its absolute peak. It proves the system actually understands tone modulation, perfectly balancing high-stakes action with character-driven comedy. Moving on to the rewind motif, a confident taunt. So underneath the fantasy and the talking otters, there are these fascinating structural anchors hidden within the chaotic script. Peppered throughout the showcase, the narration suddenly breaks the fourth wall with this exact quote. "You're getting closer, now rewind it, I dare you. A heat, you weren't supposed to see that yet." This is wild. This repeating taunt acts as a meta-commentary from the AI itself, or the creator of the showcase. It is literally daring the viewer to look closer at the hyper-detailed generated elements. It's an absolute flex. It's basically saying, go ahead, check the background, look at the consistency, hunt for mistakes. It implies a profound, almost cocky confidence in the visual fidelity of what's being generated.
Which brings us to the core takeaway: why Seedance matters now.
Let's bring all these pieces together. We've seen medieval treason, we've seen neurotic courier otters, and we've seen fourth wall breaking metatons. To truly answer why this matters right now, let's look at a direct quote from the very end of the source material. A voice simply asks, "What on earth is going on here?" Honestly, it's the perfect question. It acts as a great bridge between the wild, disjointed content we just analyzed and its massive, broader significance for digital creators everywhere. So here is the crucial takeaway. On one hand, you have this high fantasy drama that is heavily dialogue-driven and thick with historical, political tension. On the other hand, you have frantic, anthropomorphic action featuring neurotic characters and fast-paced, disastrous stakes. Mastering both of these incredibly complex narrative styles simultaneously, that proves AI video generation is crossing a major storytelling threshold right now. We aren't just talking about generating pretty landscape images anymore. We are talking about generating coherent tone, nuanced character motivation, strict narrative logic, and multi-layered stakes across entirely different genres back to back. And that is exactly why this showcase is making such huge waves. The technology isn't just participating in storytelling anymore, it is fundamentally pushing the boundaries of it. I want to conclude our explainer today by leaving you with this final, provocative taunt from the very end of the transcript. This is Seedance, now rewind it, I dare you. It's a challenge to every creator, every viewer, and for sure, every skeptic out there. Go back, look at the details, look at the narrative structure, and rethink entirely what generative AI is currently capable of. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. I dare you to keep paying attention, because this is absolutely just the beginning.